rights game. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. It's Illinois and Missouri for the 43rd time in St. Louis. It's 3 nights before Christmas, and all through the house, the fans showing their school spirit. Orange hoodie, gold blouse. From Steeple and Sumble, Kawani and Keene, Denman, Flip, Ravanti and Deeb. Tomislav Ivisic will jump center against Josh Gray. And the latest edition of the bragging rights game is underway. Missouri point guard Anthony Robbins will have an interesting matchup with Kasper Yakachonis today, number 32 in white for Illinois. Here's Mark Mitchell, and he gets fouled by Ben Humrickhouse on the first possession. Duke Carolina is so dead even over the years. He said that's what really. 1 of 2 from the line. Tomislav Ivisic in his first year, listed as a sophomore. There's international flavor. Ivisic is from Croatia. Yakachonis is from Lithuania. This is a very young Illinois team by age, but that international experience for Yakachonis and Ivisic had them playing with men growing up. Touched away as Robinson gets a steal from Yakachonis. Gives Illinois 16 points a game. This is an Illini team that's had the same starting 5 every game. Stolen by Perkins. 4 on 3 from Mizzou. Here's Tamar Bates with the finish. Missouri wants to run, Fish. And Robinson pulls down the rebound but picked up his dribble. Illinois, slow start. And Mitchell gets his first bucket of the game.
Not only disrupting the ball screen at the point of attack, but they're also disrupting the screener. They're pushing them off of their block right now.
And they've run this screen all the way out to midcourt. Ivisic, size advantage on Bates. Ivisic giving him 4. Mitchell, the Duke transfer. Guarded by Humrickhouse. Shot clock at 4. And he banks it in, and Mark Mitchell coming into his own here off of an 18-point game against Jacksonville State.
Yeah, that's where he's really good. His length, his mobility, downhill driver, but he's versatile.
Yakachonis right over the top of Bates. There's ice in this last year, and he comes up with a huge block into the hands of Colin Boswell. The Illini want to push it. And the step through rolls home for Trey White. The Illini fans, something to cheer about as this game's now tied. Here's Boswell.
Once again, offense pushed back to the half court. Let's see how they defend the ball screen. Here's an easy switch.
Yakachonis lets it fly. Got it at the end of the buzzer. This kid is sincere. Leaner, no good, and a foul on Gibbs Lawhorn.
Right now, the officials calling it pretty tight. That plays an advantage line.
Another one coming. Hosts of any active player.
Kansas Jayhawks will.
Riley passed up the pass, decided to launch it, and the freshman has his first bucket of the game.
Really impressive. Love the pass fake there to move the defense and allow himself to get that open 3-point shot.
It's been 4 minutes since Missouri made a bucket. Shaw able to end that drought.
Really good. You mentioned the time since Missouri had made that basket. It's because Illinois stopped turning the basketball over. If this is a half-court game, it plays dividends to Illinois.
Yakachonis gets it back, and now Bates switched onto him. Very patient possession for the Illini this time. 3 good. Gibbs Lawhorn. Illini 7th in the country in 3-point rate. 52% of their attempts come from behind the arc, and they've hit 4 out of 5 today. Illini fans on their feet. Near turnover for Shaw into Humrickhouse. Back-to-back buckets for Aiden Shaw.
Aiden Shaw, 6'9", 210-pound junior out of Overland Park, Kansas, has really stepped up to play. His versatility and his physicality inside have really helped the Missouri Tigers.
Four of Illinois' 6 makes have come from deep. Yakachonis off balance, going to the free throw line.
And that way, the person that you're holding up has a nice sound foul.
Of turnovers late, didn't shoot the ball well at the free throw line, but he has been an impact, just second to the NBA in terms of the level of play in the EuroLeague. Illinois has turned it up. It's a 6-point lead for the Illini. Tamar Bates steps through and banks it in. This is a Mizzou team that dropped its opener to Memphis. That was part of a 20-game losing streak dating to last season, and what a turnaround for Dennis Gates. This team has now won 10 in a row.
Yeah, that loss looks a little bit different now that Memphis has went to the final game of the Maui tournament, and both teams are getting a lot more physical right now on both sides of the game. His last 14 from 3, and he comes out, but a guy who will find his confidence, a good shooter. Evansville transfer, shot around 40+% in the Missouri Valley Conference. Good pass.
Line look, and White reverses it in.
Tom, when we talked to Dennis Gates yesterday, who did he talk about? Kylan Boswell. He said he's dangerous. He makes Coach Dennis Gates in Missouri a little nervous because of the job that he did while he was at Arizona.
Champaign native went away to start his college career, got much better shape coming into this season, and as he closed out on Robinson, he gets whistled for the foul from the line. A high free throw rate per game for Mizzou. They get 21 points there.
Yeah, and they can beat pointers, as they did earlier, where they scored 98 points versus Cal, or they can beat you with threes, where they've had double-digit threes in the last couple of games.
Gray jumped out on Boswell, turns into a 5-on-4. Ivisic gets a high percentage look.
Get to the rim.
Another drought of 3+ minutes for Mizzou. They had a 4-minute drought earlier this half. Marquez Warwick transferred in from Northern Kentucky. Great score, gives it up, gets it back with 1 on the shot clock. Got it. Marquez Warwick 50% from deep. It's a Missouri team that leads the country in bench points, 45 points a game from their subs. Ivisic, no. Another offensive rebound. Illini +8 on the glass. And Morez Johnson cleaning up. 4 and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And just missed a chance to upset the #1 team in the country. Yakachonis back on the field. What a scene that was in Champaign. Perkins gets it to go.
Big boy basketball. You talked about him earlier. The Iowa transfer, very from
6'9" Morez Johnson. Tony Perkins, an Indianapolis native.
Back to that zone again. They don't want to allow Illinois to get comfortable.
Riley off the mark. Tigers can take the lead with a 3. Perkins all the way to the hoop, and a hammer from Tony Perkins.
That's a win for Missouri. They settled that time. They need to try to get it to the center of that zone.
Mitchell against Hummerkaus, and the help from Johnson turns into a foul. Mizzou left it short. Begins 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Rick Barnes seems to.
Illinois had that run. They had 4 of 6 from 3. They were taking care of the basketball, but they have not been able to continue it. And Mitchell took a bump, and he's going to the line.
Big boy basketball by Coach Dennis Gates and the Tigers.
2 years he played for John Shire at Duke. That kind of pressure gives him more of a runway. Zone's been effective for Missouri. Try to coerce White into a mid-range, and he pays it off. He's got a half dozen. Boswell's got Gray on it.
Yeah, good mismatch. Let's see if he tries to go off the bounce.
Reverse is blocked by Gray. Johnson cleans it up. We're tied at 28.
Out on the wood.
Perkins around the screen from Gray into Yakachonis. Got knocked off balance. Illini to push. 4-on-2. Boswell lobs. Oh, Johnson! Boswell is suffocating Warwick. Gray says, I'll put it up. Didn't follow his shot. Illini have scored the last 6. White fouled by Warwick. Now. So to the free throw line goes Trey White. And he knocks 93% from the free throw line. The floor for Missouri. Illinois showing zone. Where does Missouri want to go here?
Well, you want to try to get to the center, kind of that mid-post area, but Aiden Shaw's had some success on the block.
It was taken off the rim. Run. Yakachonis hit a couple of threes early, turns it over now. Mitchell fouled on his way to the hoop.
It's an instant track.
There's 59% from the line on the year. He's got one more coming. 4 to go in the first half. Trying to shed Perkins. And he turned it over again. Second straight turnover for Yakachonis, who turns it over 4 times a game, and then he does that. The rip from behind. Bates trying to chase him down. And a hard tumble will send Kasper Yakachonis to the free throw line. Here's Yakachonis. Knocks down the first. No surprise. He said number 2, Baby Shark.
It's adding up now, 8-1.
Another 3. Good. That ends a drought of 7 straight misses from deep. It's the first triple for Boswell. Illinois with a 5-point advantage. Warwick has a half step on Boswell. Puts up an air ball. Illini looking to add to the lead. Shot clock off. 20 seconds left in the half. Six left. Now 4. Yakachonis tries to spin, goes nowhere. Off balance, air ball. Putback is good. They'll take a look. But Morez Johnson Jr. just beat the buzzer on an air ball from Yakachonis. Careless play. That's what happened in crunch time against number 1 Tennessee. Yakachonis, no. Ivisic with the dribble handoff. Gets it back. He can shoot it from deep. Got it. And a tremendous shooting game against his brothers Fonimir in Arkansas from deep. At 21 points in that game. Double-double with 21 and 10. And then Ivisic commits his 3rd.
Tom, let's remember that
game, but Dennis Gates' liberal use of his bench. Coming up next, 8th day, he told us that Kansas needs to play with more pace and get to the free throw line. Something they're looking to accomplish against Brown. Here's Boswell. A burst to the rim. He blew it. And Allen, though he made contact with the backboard, didn't get basket interference. Robinson on the other side can't finish. In the Christmas spirit, everybody giving away presents. And a technical foul. Dennis Gates came all the way out the court while the game was going on. Dennis Gates was 15 feet onto the playing surface.
It's about the fact that Dennis Gates, or that Tamar Bates, it was uncharacteristic for him to try to hurt players. This is uncharacteristic for Dennis Gates. I've never seen him this irate, this upset. And the reason why he was upset, and he goes after Orange Short, and that's associate head coach game. But with that being said, he was deeply upset about was allowed to be that physical that one of his players could get hurt.
Huh?
Yeah, and frankly, for Dennis Gates in Missouri, they have no chance. We mentioned it in the first half. If this is a rugby match, it'll be a blowout. And so there was 2 reasons. One, to get the technical foul to try to get his team motivated, and to get more whistles as he's got it.
They need something.
And so for Coach Dennis Gates in Missouri, if they don't get calls when they're
6-year senior from Kansas City, started his career at Indiana, was originally committed
to the zone, which is where they need to be.
Boswell behind the back, spin move, cut off, gets free, and it's still a block by Marshall, who recovered nicely. Tigers trying to push. Here's Perkins along the baseline. A bucket from Mizzou, and Tony Perkins.
He's been in these type of environments in the Big Ten. He experienced something you can't replicate.
The second bucket from Missouri over the last 9 minutes. Hummerkaus lets it fly. Bang! Ben Hummerkaus knocks down
Underwood.
Hummerkaus likes shooting in this building. Bates fouled on his three. Riley got him from behind. Bates. Toe was on the line, so only 2 free throws. Tomorrow night, 7 Eastern on the SEC Network and streaming live on the ESPN app.
Zakai Mayshak and Zakai Ziegler, they're right there again this year.
3 ball no good from the corner. Push ahead. Here's a big fella. 7-footer Peyton Marshall rumbles his 300 pounds, 94 feet for
the officials are tightening the game up, but as a player, take that advantage, attack the basket, and allow them to draw the whistles. There you go again.
Good point. It's the first on Marshall, and we'll send Yakachonis to the free throw line. Mr. Moore. 5 straight 20-point games.
So-called freshmen. To be that dominant this early in the season is outstanding. Right pass, right play.
Shooting day for Illinois. Perkins went right into the defender, got the call. That is foul number 4 on Morez Johnson Jr. Either going to stop committing fouls or they're going to foul out.
Pounds, Tom, all Big Ten second team. He was actually the 3rd.
Marshall, baby hook, and Ivisic with the rebound.
Yeah, Peyton Marshall's got to get a little bit deeper.
Beautiful dump off. Boswell to Yakachonis.
Yeah, Missouri going into their depth a little bit, and Illinois taking advantage.
Bates got Hummerkaus in the air, couldn't finish. Marshall gets rejected. Here's Yakachonis.
Good pass.
Beautiful share. Gets Lawhorn finished.
The Missouri Tigers out of the paint. Solid rim protection. Ivisic has a mismatch on Bates. If they can get him the basketball, here it is.
7-footer turnaround. Nope. And that's going to be a foul on Illinois as Perkins went to the floor. It's the first on Kylan.
Yeah, I think he represents what every college coach is trying to get. You have a guy like that that's been through wars and battles, then he brings that type of culture.
All with the Hawkeyes. Here's Boswell. Step back, 16-footer no. Rebounded by Allen, who's seeing extended run in the second half for Mizzou. Bates trying to make it happen. Got it.
Tough shot. You got to have a player who can just go get you a basket. Tamar Bates has been that guy for the Tigers.
At 18 in the first half, and the upset of number 1 Kansas. Boswell, hesitation move. Pierce closed the gap and it allowed Boswell to draw the foul.
A little bit. What he brings is some of that same veteran.
2 for 15. Yakachonis knocks it away. Perkins regathers. Mitchell taking it strong to the hole. Draws the foul. He's going to the line and trying to finish up.
When the game's called tighter, put your hands straight up and allow that contact to come into your chest.
Tipped out by Pierce. Mitchell. Second effort for the Tigers. And Mitchell draws another foul. This one on Boswell. It was called on the floor, no shot, but Mizzou is in the bonus. Bishop Miege from Mitchell. Piper. Yakachonis gets it back from Ivisic. High ball screen. Gibbs Lawhorn gets into the paint. That is a tough shot, and he got it.
Whew. Excellent defense, even better offense.
Mitchell wants it. Gets past Yakachonis into Ivičić. Foul, jam! Tony Perkins! Jonas now.
Yeah, the advantage, though, inside. Tony Perkins is fronting Ivičić. Tamar Bates down there helping the double team right now.
Late in the clock, layup short. Boswell gets it back, gets the whistle.
4-18. Those are extra possessions, and particularly on the offensive glass.
Just scoring to 12 points a game over the last 7. Bates working on Gibbs Lawhorn. Gathers again. Can't finish. Mitchell is there. Able to lock it up.
Now Missouri goes back to that amoeba zone again, not allowing Illinois to get comfortable in any one offensive set.
Dump down for Ivičić. Wrap pass to White. What a look.
Now on Missouri's side.
Pierce can't bail him out.
Yeah, they just allow Illinois off the hook that time. You've got to reverse sides of the floor, try to use the dribble drive.
Tigers 1 of 8 from 3. Ivičić, yes. Extends the Illini advantage.
Speaking of getting inside.
Well, that's a nice option. Marcus Allen takes it strong to the hoop. Overs for the Illini today.
I think fans wanted a foul call. I thought that was really good defense by Ivičić.
Well, half the building did. Offensive board, put back in. A trip to the line coming for Colin Boswell.
He's been struggling of late, but about 60 to 70% is continuing to fight. And if you're Missouri, I've been saying it the entire basketball game, you have got to get this game going at a better pace.
Mismatch, Ivičić over Robinson. He's going to power him down, turns to Perkins, and he got it.
Dominant. This is.
I didn't sit down. Thought it was within my right as a ticket holder to stand as long as I wanted. Missouri with 10 points off the turnovers. Another quick whistle on this end.
Right.
Very tough.
That's looked at as the most difficult.
Where the arc is, but typically where the conference
that tough
logo
mid-range,
is. Yeah.
right? Those tough twos. And
in the SEC ACC Challenge a month ago, they have a double-digit comeback in them here. Bates gets it. Northwestern was down to Illinois by 10 late. They came back and won that game.
Missouri back to that zone, more of an amoeba zone, just guarding their area.
Yakachonis slices through the zone, gets it back, and he blows the bunny, and then commits the foul, and Missouri going back to the free throw line on the Illinois lead.
Yet to see a lot of full court.
And he goes right back to the three-point line. Pierce shanks it down, had a leaker out front with Bates, but couldn't get it to him. Cruz, transition 3. Yes, sir! Jacob Cruz eliminated Illinois' ball screens. Shot clock at 6. White backs it up. Three-pointer short. And Yakachonis on the back. Third on the freshman from Vilnius, Lithuania. One more coming from Fresno State, both games on ESPN. 14 for
NCAA experience. This year's team is 326th.
Pierce right down Kings Highway. It's an 11-0 Mizzou run, and the Tigers with the lead. Yakachonis to White. Off the glass and in. And Trey White going to the
Team that you were talking about with Demoy Hodge and Kobe Brown. Caleb Grill, who's still out for Missouri this year. A much different team, win or loss.
Illinois has turned it over 17 times today. And Ivičić with the foul on the drive. That is the 38th personal foul whistled in this game. Fourth on Ivičić with 3:44 to play. Mitchell.
Here's a big one.
on the season, 59%. Rebounded by Ivisic. 0 for 2 for Mark Mitchell with a chance to tie the game.
I like getting the basketball back inside to Ivisic, regardless of the zone.
Swing to Boswell. Gets a half step on Bates. Push shot good. 13 for Kevin Boswell. Illinois back by 4. Well, Ivisic and Johnson on the floor with 4 fouls and a whistle away from the ball. From UT Martin, this is his 4th college stop. North Florida on wife Carmen and son JJ. Perkins spins, hangs, hits!
Nice.
They're tied again. Yakachonis tries to dish it. Instead, Missouri gets on the floor after it. That's off of Bates. And we'll go back to Illinois. Tom Hart, Damian Fishback. What a fantastic holiday thrill this is. Missouri and Illinois always delivers. So is Yakachonis. 19 points for the Illinois freshman. Coach. 2 minutes to play in St. Louis. Here's Perkins into Yakachonis. Good recovery. Whoa! Whoa! Pierce denied at the rim and a whistle.
Let's take another look. I like the way Pierce attacked the basket. Oh! That's tough, man. That's clean to me. He jumped straight up. Games last year with an illness. Late January all the way.
0 for 2 from the line.
And here we go.
Missouri's missed 9 free throws. Illinois hasn't missed 1. Yakachonis guarded by Mitchell. They got length on the freshman point guard.
You got to get it to Ivisic down there fighting with Perkins. You got to get him the basketball.
That's the mismatch. Yakachonis can't do it. Perkins just sitting on Ivisic.
Yeah, nice shot.
Like a 4. Boswell from the logo. Off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Cruz. Empty possession for Illinois. Perkins out to Bates for 3. Tied at 75. Five straight makes for Mizzou. At one point they trailed by 10. And a foul charged to Cruz on the Boswell drive. Right, 19 for 19 as a team.
A tough 2.
2 for 2 from the line for Bite is 2 under a minute to play. Illinois had a 10-point lead with 6.5 minutes left. Perkins crossover into Ivisic. Yakachonis back to help out. And Dennis Gates uses a timeout.
Love it.
49 seconds to 1 Tennessee 8 days ago. A whistle and a foul. Oh, pardon me, it wasn't a foul, went off. All right, close enough. Pierce off the inbounds, fadeaway 3, no. And a foul after the charge to Illinois. You know, we talked to Dennis Gates yesterday, and he said he is just 5 for 7 from the line this year.
They do that. Brad Underwood's going to make sure that they just get a good look and a good possession here. But if I'm Missouri, I try to disrupt. Let's see if we can put some pressure on the Illini and turn them over.
40 seconds to play in regulation. Yakachonis guarded by Mitchell. 6'6" freshman point guard. Now Bates picks him up. Got a half step. Fadeaway over Mitchell. Good. Kasparas Yakachonis puts Illinois back in front. 29 seconds to play. His 6th straight 20-point game. Shot clock off. Perkins to the baseline. Out to Mitchell. Pump fake. Launches the three. Off the mark. Rebound Illinois. And Colin Boswell will go to the free throw line and try to seal the deal.
Down on the floor, which allows him to miss.
To make it a two-possession game. Missed it for the first time. 8 seconds to play. Now 5. Mitchell across midcourt. Cruz steps through with one. Off the mark. Illinois survives. What a performance from two great teams this afternoon. And Illinois escapes with an 80-77 win over Missouri.
Outstanding job. Much more competitive game. One of the best rivalries in all of college basketball. You see the coaches doing a nice job staying between